guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be chatting a little bit about skincare. I have a new up-and-coming brand to tell you guys about. They're called Fleur Bee, and actually they sent me a little PR package probably about a month ago. I think I shared it over on my Instagram stories and on my Instagram feed, but I haven't actually talked about them yet on my channel. So over these last couple of weeks, I've been testing things out, seeing how they work for my skin, and then someone from their team just reached out to me, I think it was maybe the end of last week, asking if I'd like to do a dedicated video for them because they are up and coming. They're trying to get the word out. As a smaller influencer, I really enjoy partnering with smaller indie brands just because I feel like, we're growing together. A lot of times they kind of are hidden gems. They fly under the radar. Big YouTubers don't talk about them, and they have some amazing products. So I want to be able to clue you guys into things you may not hear about elsewhere. So a big thank you to Fleur Bee for sponsoring today's video. They were super chill about the whole thing. They did not tell me I had to say anything positive. They honestly really didn't tell me what I had to say at all. They just gave me some information on the products and what's in them. So I'm just here today to educate you guys, tell you about these products, and share what I think of them. So Fleur Bee is a skincare brand based out of California. All of their products are 100% vegan. They are cruelty-free, and everything retails for under $30, which I thought was pretty awesome. And when the brand originally reached out to me asking if I wanted to try their products back in July, the biggest reason I said yes was that I got a really good vibe from the brand and what they're about. They don't use any parabens, sulfates, or artificial fragrances in their products. They use a lot more natural and clean ingredients, a lot of plant extracts and oils. Like when I was reading the ingredients lists on most of these products, I was pretty impressed by them. And I feel like ethically they have a really cool vibe. They donate 1% of their sales to this organization called Days for Girls. They are an international organization that helps distribute menstrual products to girls in need, which I think is a really cool thing. As a woman, I feel like in general, periods are a thing that's kind of kept hush-hush, but like most of us have to deal with them every single month. And when you are financially struggling or you are in an impoverished nation, getting access to those kinds of things may not be as easy, and it's kind of like an everyday staple that a lot of us may take for granted if we are fortunate enough to be able to afford to just go to CVS and buy what we need. So that was really neat. Also, I read on their website that all their products are manufactured using wind energy, which I thought was kind of cool, that they're trying to be more renewable. Also, all of their packaging is recyclable. It's also super cute. I'll show you guys in a minute. So yeah, in general, I get the vibe that they're like an eco-conscious brand. They're also trying to give you really good quality skincare at a reasonable price point, which I'm always all for. So that definitely made me excited to work with them and to try out their products. So as far as where you can actually get this stuff, so it's sold online on their website, which is fleurbee.com. They also sell on Amazon. And then if you are ordering from their website, it looks like orders under $40 ship for $2.99, which is not super bad. I definitely have seen shipping costs be more ridiculous than that. And then orders of 40 or more ship for free. So as for the products themselves, the line currently only has 4 things. I'm anticipating that they're going to eventually expand, but as an initial launch for a small brand, I feel like they've given you pretty much almost everything you need for a complete skincare routine. So these are what the products look like. They have really cute packaging. It's very sleek and kind of girly without going overboard. You have these kind of metallic pink caps. Most of the packaging is glass. The little toner here comes in a plastic bottle, and it all looks pretty nice, luxurious. It doesn't look like cheap or something you would find from the drugstore. The packaging definitely, I feel like, is appropriate for the price point. So let's start out with the first product in the line. That is their Rose and Shine toner. One of the things I think is really cute about this brand, all of the product names are super cheeky and kind of punny, which I dig. So Rose and Shine is a Rosewater toner. This guy retails for $18 and you get 2 ounces of product. And apparently there are only 2 ingredients in this. It is distilled water and rose flower oil, and literally that's it. So immediately I took to Google and started doing some research because I was kind of how is something with only 2 ingredients worth $18? In my mind, would it be cheaper to go out and mix this up yourself, buy a bottle of distilled water and get some rose flower oil and just whip up your own concoction? But I learned apparently rose flower oil is super expensive. So most of us know rose hip oil, which is made from like the fruit of the rose plant. So like after the flower itself dies off, there's like a fruit left behind. That is the rose hip. And rose hip oil is much easier to produce. It's much more common. So like you can easily buy a bottle of pure rose hip oil without spending a lot of money. But rose flower oil is actually made from the petals of the rose. So you need a lot of roses to produce rose flower oil. So one like little bottle is really quite expensive, and I didn't see like a whole lot of options to purchase it either. So that kind of made me feel a little bit more like, okay, I understand now why this is $18. I would have loved to see this bottle be a little bit bigger. I feel like 2 ounces for a facial spray is like on the small side compared to other things that I have. But perhaps like the one benefit of this, well, okay, there's actually 2 benefits. One, this is more travel friendly. This is something you could easily pack with you in an overnight bag, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. It's also plastic, so it's not going to shatter. And also like the one benefit, I guess, to going through a bottle more quickly means that the product you're using is usually going to be fresher. So for the price, I mean, it's a little up there for a facial mist. It's a little bit bougie, but I will say this much. It smells incredible. I mean, if you like the smell of fresh roses, that's literally what this smells like. And the mister on here is perfection. It's very fine. It doesn't leave you feeling like you just bathed in setting spray or facial spray, which is honestly one of my biggest complaints with many of these types of products. So many of them, the nozzles just spray out way too much product. It's just very overwhelming. Your face is drenched. I don't really like that. This is like a little kiss. A kiss of toning spray on your face, and it feels really refreshing. Now, as far as like what this actually does for your skin, aside from feeling and smelling nice, apparently rose flower oil is supposed to have like a toning effect on the skin. So it kind of rebalances the pH. It can actually help to kind of like temporarily tighten up your pores so they appear more minimized. And in general, I just feel like when I go in with a facial mist before I go in with any kind of serum, it just kind of helps everything to glide around and sink in easier. So typically I just spray this all over my face and then I go in with my serum. I suppose you could also spray this on a cotton pad or like spray your face and then go in with a cotton pad if you wanted to use it more like a traditional toner, just to make sure that all remnants of your makeup and whatnot are removed. So yeah, all in all, I've been pretty happy with this one. I love rose scents, so I can't complain about that. The next product from their line is a serum. This is called Nectar of the Sea. It's a rejuvenating vitamin C serum, and this guy retails for $28 and contains 1 fluid ounce of product. This is the most expensive product in the line, but most likely the increased price point is because this has the most potent like active ingredients in it. So the primary ingredients in this serum are vitamin C, ferulic acid, and vitamin E, which are all antioxidants. So vitamin C is supposed to help to fight hyperpigmentation. It's also supposed to help fight off free radicals, which cause damage to the cells that can lead to signs of premature aging. And essentially ferulic acid is like a booster to other antioxidants. So when you put ferulic acid and vitamin C in a formulation together, the ferulic acid is kind of like the wingman to the vitamin C, if you will, and helps it to work even better. It also had some really great like hydrating and calming ingredients. There's aloe, glycerin, jojoba seed oil, chamomile extract in this guy. All in all, it seems like a pretty potent blend of a lot of really nice ingredients that are supposed to have a lot of awesome benefits for your skin. I also appreciate that they made this in a dark glass bottle. If you ever get any kind of vitamin C product and it's in a clear container, odds are you're not getting the benefit of the vitamin C that you think you are, or the concentration of the vitamin C is essentially negligible because vitamin C breaks down very quickly when exposed to light. So any vitamin C formulation that's in a clear bottle is essentially going to like degrade very quickly and not really be effective anymore. So at least we know with the packaging on this, they were being sensitive to that and trying to actually protect this vitamin C. That being said, you probably don't want to hold on to a product like this for a really long time. You're going to get the most benefit if you use it right away. Like this is the kind of thing you don't want to buy backups of and have like 4 bottles sitting on the shelf in your bathroom, because they're probably going to start to go bad over time. You're best off like getting 1 bottle and using it kind of immediately after you you purchase it. Now, as far as my experience with this guy, I've generally enjoyed this serum. It's a little bit sticky, like it's a little bit tacky on the skin when you apply it. I don't really mind that so much because I'm either A, just about to put on a moisturizer and go to bed, or B, if I'm gonna put on makeup, having a little extra tack kind of really helps your foundation to like lock onto your skin. The scent on this is also interesting. It doesn't smell citrusy. So if you're expecting like an orange scent, that's not what this has. It's almost a little bit more musky, and probably that's because it's full of a lot of different plant extracts and there are no artificial fragrances in here. So they're not trying to make it smell like what our brains think of when we think of vitamin C. It just smells like all of the natural goodness that's in this, which is not an unpleasant scent. I don't find that it lingers or that it gives me a headache or anything like that, but it's not like, oh my God, that's the most delicious thing ever. Next is their eye cream. This one's called Eyes Baby, and I was pretty excited about this actually because I'm the worst when it comes to eye creams. I've never fallen in love with one. I'm not always the best about applying one, so having this on hand has really encouraged me to use eye cream every single day. So this little jar here contains 0.6 fluid ounces of product. It retails for $22. And this one is also chock full of some really good ingredients. It's got glycerin, sunflower seed oil, a bunch of different fatty acids and alcohols that really help to like nourish the skin. It has squalene and it also has caffeine, which is known to have like a temporary firming effect on the skin. So kind of as is the case with pretty much any eye cream, the point of this guy is to minimize the appearance of fine lines in the under eye area, to provide some moisture, and to decrease the appearance of any like darkness that you may have. Now, I personally haven't seen like drastic results with this guy. It's not like I've been using it for 3 or 4 months, so maybe over time I'll start to see more improvement. The skin takes a long time to make changes, so anyone that's claiming that they're seeing their lines disappear in 3 days, like, it's probably not a complete truth. What I will say this does for me though is really prep my under eye area nicely for makeup. I feel like my concealers have been going on a lot more smoothly when I've been using this underneath them. I think I was afraid that things were going to crease and move around more if I used an eye cream, but honestly, that's not the case. It also hasn't caused me any irritation in my eye area. I haven't experienced any breakouts like under my eyes, kind of on my cheeks. I was afraid maybe it would migrate and like clog my pores here, but it hasn't done that at all. So in general, I'm actually getting along really well with this eye cream and enjoying using it. It's rich, but it's not like overly heavy and greasy, so I feel like it's kind of hitting all the marks for me and kind of helping to dissuade all my fears about using this kind of product. And then last is their Creme de la Creme Moisturizing Face Cream. So this guy, and actually all of these products, are formulated to use with any skin type. You can use this morning and night. It's basically just like a pretty solid one and done kind of moisturizer that's gonna offer a bunch of different really nice benefits to your skin. You get 1.5 ounces of product in this jar. It retails for $24. And like the eye cream, this guy has a lot of really nourishing ingredients in it. It's got glycerin, it's got sunflower seed oil, aloe, niacinamide, vitamin E. It also contains vitamin C, which the eye cream does not. So it's obviously meant to like be a companion to the serum. I mean, the whole line is designed to work well together. And again, I was a little bit dubious when I first got this because I have such oily skin and it's like, 90 something degrees out every day. It's the middle of August. My skin right now is like the absolute oiliest it is in the like entire year. So I was afraid that this was going to be too heavy for me. Like, I usually go for super watery moisturizers, especially in the day under makeup, but I'm not gonna lie, this has actually worked really well for me. I'm actually wearing all this skincare under my makeup right now, and everything went on super beautifully. I'm not really shiny. I feel like my skin looks like skin. Like, even though I am wearing a full face of makeup right now, I feel like it looks pretty good. So I definitely think this skincare is helping. So the texture of this guy is nice. It definitely feels really hydrating, but it's not overly thick. Like, it feels luxurious on the skin, but it's not greasy. It takes a little bit for it to completely sink in, but once you kind of let it absorb, I feel like it leaves your skin feeling really like satiny and silky smooth. And I feel like it smells nice. It's weird because it doesn't actually really smell like anything. Like, you can tell there's not really a fragrance to it, but for whatever reason, after I apply this, it's just like this subtle hint of something that's just really super pleasant. The eye cream has a much more herbaceous scent to it. Like, you can definitely tell that the plant extracts that are in here give it that very like spa kind of scent. But this guy smells essentially like basically almost nothing. So I think if you have a very sensitive nose, this will be perfectly fine for you. So overall, I would say I've been pretty impressed by my Fleur Bee experience so far. All the products have worked really nicely for me. I haven't experienced any breakouts. I haven't experienced any skin irritation. And while I wouldn't say that I've noticed like anything dramatically different with my skin, I would just say that my skin feels and looks healthy, which I appreciate. Now, also to note, I have been using this entire line together every time I've been using these products, so it's a little bit hard for me to tease out which ones are causing which results to recommend like what product is my favorite. I would say if you're someone that wants like the bare minimum skincare routine, right now all you do is maybe wash your face and go to bed, I would highly suggest incorporating at least a moisturizer, and this one is really nice, and or the eye cream. Like, I feel like you're gonna get a lot of benefit out of these two products. The toner and the vitamin C serum are also really nice, but those are kind of like taking things up to the next level. So if you want like bare minimum, these guys, but the whole system does work really nicely together. So to me, I feel like the general vibe of this brand is sort of like no frills, no fuss, just like good, solid skincare. They're not trying to tell you, oh, you need all these things if your skin is oily, oh, you need all these things if your skin is dry. Like, it's a one and done routine that anybody could use, and I kind of really like that. So I definitely could see a lot of appeal of this line to people that like don't want 800 different steps in their skincare routine. They don't want to have to worry about their skin type and it changing throughout the year and needing to change their skincare products. Like, you could basically just use this and be good and not have to think about it. Obviously, the only things that they're currently missing to like really complete your skincare routine are a cleanser and an SPF. So those would be the only other two things I would recommend. Like, even if you wanted to just use the skincare line, you need something to take your makeup off, and you definitely need something to protect your skin from the sun. So we'll definitely have to see what's in the pipeline for them. I'm sure I will keep you guys posted if I hear that they're going to be launching anything new. And also, I know that on their website, like if you guys are interested in trying any of these products, if you want to sample them, they do have a code. I think it's just TRY, and you can get their little sample pack that's normally $5 for free. You just have to pay to ship it. So essentially you're getting it for $3 instead of $5 plus shipping. So yeah, I think those are all of my thoughts on Fleur Bee. Thank you again to the brand so much for sponsoring this video. If you guys have any questions about anything, if there was anything I forgot to cover, definitely leave a comment and let me know. I will be sure to get back to you. And also let me know what you think of this brand. Is it something you'd be interested in trying? Like, which products stand out to you the most? Do you think the price point is reasonable? Let me know your thoughts. On that note, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.